Hello and welcome back. Yeah. We continue our penance for the bus game we were tricked into. We've got two reasonable options here, working our way from the list up. Wisconsin Rail and Western USA. We did this one the other day. We did Lumber Baron. I feel like doing the whole US. Expert, let's go. Everything west of the Mississippi is available for your expansion. Bronze for yours, if a personal net worth of 5 mil. Company net worth of 40 for silver. Gold, haul 120 loads in a single year. We are the Forgiveness Express, trying to earn forgiveness for having used buses. And we can be Rocky Mountain-y. Alright. Where do the populations start? San Fran and LA are big. Though so something stuff over here. What is this? Portland and Salem. But they aren't really near anything. And it looks terribly hilly to get them anywhere. It also looks terribly hilly to connect LA and San Fran. Jesus, you're old. Yeah, age comes for us all. Denver, Colorado looks good. Perhaps Pueblo, Colorado, depending on what we want to do there. There are lots of grain and cow here. Skyboat? Shouldn't be Skyboat. I see my categories as RT2. Oh, I didn't hit apply. Okay, my bad. There we go. Applied. Kansas, Topeka looks good. We could probably get all the way from Denver, Colorado to Kansas, Topeka in a single thing. So we should have a look at... Well, first let's check that we're allowed to build everywhere. Yes, the US is one big thing. It's not split into lots of states where we have to buy access in all the states. There are a couple of the custom maps that are like that, and it's a bit of a hassle. You can take a loan. Station building cheaper man. He will do to start with. I kind of want to be up here. Unfortunately, that means missing out on... No, that looks good. Right there. The only downside about that is that we get two different meat processing plants. Are we early enough in the timeline that iron is still acceptable by... It is tool and die factories. So these irons can come all the way up to the other end. And then do we go like here? No, this is too dense. It's not worth missing out on Denver for Pueblo. That looks good. Okay, and then connecting side to side. That extra zigzag is a bit of a kick in the teeth. But I guess that's just life. I mean, we definitely need one thing in the middle. So that seems fairly reasonable. Standing water, go. Balloon post office, go. We've only got the American available. I'd like, let's say 4 of these. 1, 2. Are cities desiring oil? Cities do desire oil. At least if they're big enough. Holy. That is a nice multi-pickup. Take them all the way to the other end and bring them all the way back. Fortunately, it's not full yet. I still think that's probably about right. Let's look at our relative weights. Passengers are light. Mail is light at the moment. Iron is heavy. Cattle are super heavy. It might even be an idea to limit the cattle ones to 3. Just because they are so much heavier. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Limit them to 3. Go. No, come back here. You're told to wait for 3. Turn them into food. Flip ants. Turn off our dividends for once. Instead of forgetting, like an idiot. moving cargo instead of people to their stupid jobs? About half and half. We've got 2 expresses and 2 non-expresses. We're probably going to add in another non-express right now. Grab 2 oil and a grain and take it up to Kansas. And then take Kansas grain down to there to help feed the cows. Kansas has wheat and cow, and the ability to make metal into goods, and cow processing. Don't think the other end wants grain. Actually, it wouldn't mind a grain. So you can become modestly slower to carry a grain as well, why not? Well, the answer is because I want to use the grain for feeding the cow. So no. Now this now needs sanding, water, restaurant, roundhouse, preferably. I forget when the hotels are allowed to become big hotels. We're just going to spend and hope that it doesn't happen on a nearby date. Could also put another little station here for oil. I guess we'll see how much of these 2 oil suppressors this thing's want for oil. Also, it's kind of looking like maybe it should just do that as its loop. Do that for the moment. Then once you're ahead on the next loop, we might make you take stuff to the cows. Ding, ding, ding. Full load. Restaurant, hotel. But we don't do a maintenance bay there because instead we're going to... Damn it, I wanted to do it there. And I still do, so we will, even if we have to do a medium station to make it fit. That way this serves both of these, as well as this itself. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna... So I kind of need another one that does... What? This grain to here, then that oil to there. You live 50 miles west of Topeka? So you're somewhere between Topeka and Wichita? On this map, it's probably about here. That's your loop, friend. Now, cities do still want to eat raw fruit, so we could grab the raw fruit. It would be above our rails? But this is... My rails are above Topeka. Maybe they've just put this name too low and it's really here. Anyway, speed up. Is there a better guy? Not really. Stick with this one for the moment. Forgiveness Express. We split 2 for 1. Yeah. This all needs doubling. We need a second cattle one. So we duplicate the cattle one. So you with 4 is 100, you with 3 should be like 90. Yep, they're all nice and evenly weighted, so they shouldn't be too much slower than each other. The map isn't looking... No, the math doesn't. If we swap to this view, we are... No, this view's still the best, and then just west is this way. West is diagonally down and right. That is... Oh no, that's pure west. Okay, so that's pure west. This is south. That's east, and that is north. Oil is down to 2. So actually, one more delivery of oil, and we're probably done with wanting to deliver oil. Denver is directly west? Yeah, this way. Although it looks like it's a little bit north as well. Directly west looks like it lines up more with Colorado, Pueblo, and Denver. At least on this map. Ding, ding, ding. One male, everyone else is passengers. Then we have to decide how to use this money to expand. Woo. No, we need one more. Wheel here is completely suppressed, so I didn't really need to open 2 of these. I probably could have just lived with the one oil mine, in air quotes. Let's get a 3rd cow one. Go south to Texas? It's a long way away. Dallas-Fort Worth is pretty big, though. That is a very valuable city to grab. Don't know what we'd connect it to. Minneapolis-St. Paul is also pretty reasonably sized. Chicago-Milwaukee is big. I can get most of both. That to St. Louis is probably sensible. New Orleans is big as well. No Omaha. 1, 2, 2.5 sets of people. 2.5 sets of people is not that good. I mean, 2 is kind of the minimum. If you've got 2 sets of people, you can at least have something. But I kind of feel like this is already reasonably busy. I wouldn't mind doing Chicago, Milwaukee, down to New Orleans. That seems fairly okay. You can have a food in the middle, going both directions. And then Omaha beef. We've already got enough beef. Kansas is turning cows into beef. The outside of Denver cows come across to Kansas, get turned into burgers, and come back in burger form. I like this to this. The question is, how much is it going to cost? And how many zigzags is it going to need? Looks like we can get away with maybe just the 1 zigzag. How much are they willing to lend me? And is there a better person? Not really. Ouch. And I do want to be down here and grabbing the extra people. 5 sets of people, plus the port, which is like 3 extra sets of houses. So that's 7 sets of houses, effectively, in terms of passengers. Plus it produces base food. Yep, that's end to end. The pity that we can't get that grain in there, but oh well. Well, we can get the grain there, though. And then out of those 2 options, I'd rather the one that's further away. So there is the sweet spot. We need something in the middle. Probably several somethings. Sugar, sugar. Sugar works delivering to both ends, so yes, please. It would need to be a big station. And I do think that's worth not, well, we'll do it later. For now, let's do 1 here. Because both sides do want grain and produce. We are going to need some water in the middle. We probably turn that other one into one as well. And some end-to-end expresses. Chicago, New Orleans. What year is the game from? 99? Isn't it? End of 99? No, 98. End of 98. Sorry. End half of 98. Post office saloon. Post office saloon. You don't think the graphics impress anymore? They aren't amazing graphics. I think they have aged... They've certainly aged better than 3D games from the same era. Passenger, passenger, dining, passenger, passenger. But they certainly could look better. That's about it. Early 3D is big oof. Okay, that'll do. Maybe one more doing, for the moment, that to here. And I need to wait for 200 to build this one. The Sugar Express. Good. You become goods. Check. Turn around and go to the other end. You become food. Turn around and go to the other end. We can make our Sugar Mama one. Sugar Mama exists. It has sand and water. Then we look at making use of Sugar Mama. One here would work really well. Yep, we can get both of those in a single thing. Cotton and wool. Both sides are capable of processing cotton and wool. That works doubly well. Certainly zoomed out, it looks really quite bad. Zoomed in, I think it still looks fairly okay. No, please go back here, and then I was gonna try and take you to here. Okay, we can start up these ones. Now, cotton is heavy as well, yes? Yes, cotton and wool are both super heavy, so we're only going to do stacks of 4 for those. Here, here. That is your loop. And then once he's most of the way through and this is charged up again, we'll do one that goes the other way. And they can alternate. Just like I expect Sugar Mama here is going to alternate. Well, we'll see. I could add in one little station here. And then we truly could do both ways in both ways. There we go. An extra one that just does that. There are so many passengers that it looks reasonable to create one more end-to-end express at the very least. Where is the other oil one? Yeah, okay, the other oil one needs to be ratioed up to 3:1. Do... We need a second one of these. And it almost looks like one more cow as well. Okay. Standing water roundhouse tick. Restaurant, hotel tick. This one can have a roundhouse. Standing water warehouse. You can have a grain silo. Except we don't know about them yet. Fair enough. This one can have everything now. Looks good. That's about to get water, so don't stress. Looks like we could make a second one of those. Pretty happily. And we should think about expanding. Now, if goods supply is okay here... then conceivably I could use the extra iron to just go here. Where else will we expand? We're now doing goods and food here nominally. This guy needs his duplicate, except that instead of that way around, he goes the other way around. So what else could we use? We could use lumber, paper, coal, coffee. Any of those reasonable to provide? Yeah, there's logs. We could come up here and add logs. Oh, just one sec. I have to go speak to someone. A guest has arrived, and it's a family friend, and they've just had a death in the family. So please forgive my stepping away. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, friend. Their dad's just died. Shit, it's fuck cancer. Anyway, back to it. So we're looking at adding logs. We've got the money. We definitely have the money. How many will we need? At least one. So, come on over here. Where do I want to do the zigzag? Rain delays aren't unheard of? No, they aren't. Okay, and then there. Actually, I should do one more thing. Do it at the end of the... I'll remember. There's no way I'll forget this. It's all too important. I can't reach that with one. Unless we make it a biggin. So I guess it's a biggin. Can anywhere do paper? Yes. Here could do the paper. Pulpwood, paper, Chicago, pulpwood, paper, New Orleans. That's your loop. And then beyond that... There we go. Now... How much do you want paper? Not that much. But it's going to take that long to do a cycle. I think we can have a second one. Oh, I screwed that up somehow. I forgot to turn it into paper step. There we go. Oh, I've forgotten multiple steps. Come on, what's going on? This. You can't write with pulpwood? You can't write with pulpwood. It needs to be made into paper. Okay, and then we wanted logs too. So I've set up the paper. Now we need logs. How are we going to do it? We say 3 logs here, 3 logs here. Please wait, please wait. You don't need to wait here, that should be fine. And then take them all the way down to Chicago. Then do the same thing again. Oops. And take them all the way down to New Orleans, and that's your loop. And then we do the same thing, but with the double one, which is much easier administratively, because it's just here, there, Chicago, here, there, Orleans. And yes, the logs are probably actually pretty heavy, but the process... Oh no, we're not at the stage where logs are heavier than lumber yet. There we go. What are we going to need? We're going to need water sanding roundhouse. And the same on you. That's probably pretty good. Woo, train 10. What other goods could we add in? There's no reasonably nearby coal. You could grab that and bring it down here. In fact, that looks like it works pretty well. Slightly awkward turns there, but we'll live. That means this now needs sanding water roundhouse, otherwise this guy's never going to get maintenance. But now this should actually make steel, so that when we're up to the point where this no longer accepts raw iron, we won't be screwed over for our economy of making goods to bring down to here. There's no way that spending that money on buying back stock is better than expanding at the moment, I think. So we can do here. And we should check if there's a better advisor. 10% faster man? Sure. 25% fuel cost down man. He's no 40% fuel cost man. That grabs everything we could want. If we go big, the only difference is we could conceivably get an oil well. But I'd rather the oil well be able to go both directions. I'd rather kind of try and keep this one single straight. Just give both sides everything. Okay, we need one express. That's your job forever. And then other than that, we kind of want to grab these cows. Both of these cows. I think we use these two. Can I not make that a bit less disgusting there? Not really. Well, it sucks to be us. Stupid 5 gradient. Okay, give that some time to accumulate the moo-moos. At least that little bit is going to need to be double track, but the rest we can live without. Drop that back to 2. looks good. And we've got enough cow. Double that bit. Probably should have built the whole flat section before doing this, but it is on a straight, so it won't be too much trouble. That's your loop. Just silly. Okay. And then go. Kind of tempting to do there and there as well. Once we have a bit more cash. And that would also let us add in oil. Although these cities aren't big enough to want oil. Yeah, they aren't big enough to want oil. So actually adding in the oil doesn't matter. That is horrible. More mail. Okay, Sugar Mama needs to only be 4. Sugar Mama is too heavy. Have a second Sugar Mama. To say a third Sugar Mama. They are slowing everything down. I might even get this to do something else soon. Hail, Hailstorm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We had a little bit of a delay earlier, because a friend stopped in. I stepped away for a bit to speak to them. They had just had a death in the family, but otherwise things are pretty on time, yep. How's your day? I hope you're doing well. Balloon Restaurant. We shouldn't need a post office. This should be running often enough that it's not an issue. Done. That's your life forever. And then I want to add in sending food to these two. So we'll probably come down to there. Add in you. And we're going to need one more. Or we're going to need to change the way we've been doing this. Day is okay, busy with work, winding down. It's late at night in the Toronto area. It's still not today yet there. It's still yesterday there. Living in the past. That looks good. And then... I'm a man of the future. Yeah. There we go. That one's a good one. Now we can afford that. And then we got to decide how we're doing this. So... I've got 4 places that need food. This food, here, there. This food... here, there, loop. What I actually need now is something like that. We're gonna have to change both of these. And I need to add in one more. So what, this one? No, that one should go to here, and then here. That one should go to here, and then there. And then this one should go here, and then there. So only one of them goes the wrong way and causes crossover problems. I think that's the right way. So it was going to be... you, here... there. No, it's going to have to be a different one. Which one was going to be this one? This one. So this one, this one. And down. This is the one that you're up to. Wait for that one to finish loading. That's kind of unfortunate. Ugh. Well, it's going to have to be dealt with, so slow down. Even if it means more graded tiles, we need it, because otherwise we have to have a U-turn, and U-turns are unacceptable. So your job is, in the future... We've got this, this, this. I want you to be... this, this, this. And that's your loop. So these two ones are fed. I now need another one that does this, this, this. And then we need one more. So double checking them. You here, there. You here, there. Those two are fed. These two are fed, and now that one, which means this one is the one that needs feeding. So we could happily have here, there, across. One place had to be used twice, and it's going to be this one. Although, actually, we could come across there, but would it meaningfully save anything? I don't think it meaningfully saves anything, so the last one is here, there, there. Done. Double check all these now that we think we're finished. You're used, you're fed. You're used, you're fed. And used. You're used, you're fed. Which means this one's the only other one. It's now used. Yeah, so we're all good. Cattle network here dealt with. Timber set 1 is headed out. It's good. Where else could we add? Well, this is a pretty big population blob. And Fargo is large enough to interact with that in a positive way. It would also give somewhere else to, or 2 other places to drop lumber. Maybe only 1. This might not be big enough to accept lumber. Yeah. I don't think it's going to end up being big enough to accept lumber. I'd prefer to have the extra house than the grain. over here. There, looks good. Unfortunately, we have to have so many zigzags. I suppose I could blow up that house, or that farm. Yeah, actually, that's probably worthwhile. Sorry, farm, sucks to be you. Give that end everything, give this end everything. End-to-end express. That's your job, do it forever. These are big enough to want some lumber, just not a lot. What about paper? Lumber but not paper. You do want paper.
I've got freedom to sing the blues. I've got freedom to spread the good news. Well, I got freedom in the morning, freedom at night.
Okay, so we'll have paper, 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 paper.
From all of my pain. Well, I got freedom
And then
from the pouring rain. Well, freedom in the morning, freedom at night, freedom gonna
how do I want to deal with the logs?
see the light. Lord, I had some troubles, you know I had them bad. But Lord, all my troubles really, really make me sad. Freedom came and took my blues. Yes, they
I'm
did.
kind of sold on connecting this.
Got freedom in the morning, and freedom at night, and freedom gonna help me to see the light. Yeah.
Because then we could have 2 logs here, 2 logs there. That's pretty perfect. Only thing would be an express return lane.
Whoa, whoa, freedom. I got freedom.
Maybe a sanding and water here, so that when they come out this way, they don't run out.
I got to have freedom. Well, I need my freedom in the morning.
How long do the pulpwoods last?
Freedom gonna help
4 years. Well, 3 and a bit. You know what? I'm going to use this to do the paper for over here. And I don't think this is going to be busy enough to warrant double tracking. They can fight each other a little bit for the track activity there for the moment. You can do New Orleans first. But we don't double overwhelm Chicago. Looks good. Okay, now we can change your... Finish loading. Change your first 2 steps. There. Cool. Where next? And what next? We should probably do food here. Both sides can produce food. There's a nice central grain supply. So, 4 food there, 4 food there. That is pretty perfect. We wouldn't mind goods here as well. But nowhere nearby is able to produce goods. I reckon we connect Minneapolis, St. Paul to St. Louis. That's our next thing. I think that would have to face the other way. The question is, do I want to connect it into this network here easier, or the other side? And is it worth sacrificing getting those couple of houses? Probably yes. But buses... Hail, Salah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That little zigzag is really painful. It's almost worth blowing up the steel mill. Almost. Yeah, 600k is a fair bit of money. Well, let's have a look. Is there nearby coal? No. Is there nearby iron? No. Fine, I'll blow up the stupid steel mill. So expensive. But then this gets to be a single straight. And we get to have only one corner instead of 4 corners. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, we are going to go down to 2 corners. Half the corners, double the speed. Pretty well, it's not quite that good, but it's kinda that good. It is kinda that good. Enough cash. Can we now get you over here? Yes. Now, is this far enough away? And do they have enough people? I reckon we can have 2 sets, two express trains between both. We can set up a nice central food acceptance thing. Can't get both of them in one conveniently. I need some more cash, so we wait a bit. Check out if Mr. Not even cheaper fuel was around, but he isn't. Ding, ding, ding. Good, slow down. So we said we want 2. I also want to set up this. About as good as that's gonna get. Well, for the moment, just that. And technically this is big enough to connect to something. We could have their Davenport. That wouldn't get in the way too much. Let's start the food one. Food here, there. Food here, there. Woo! There's plenty of more money. So. What? Which means... that little bit needs doubling. You get to have everything. Give you your passenger service. That's your job forever. And now... we should change this. So... that's now correct. You are feeding these two. And we need this one to feed this one and this one. How to achieve that? There. You know what? Have an extra maintenance bay. Keep everything here happy. It's a bit awkwardly many turns. I think we'll be okay. And then that means we want to double this bit. I think. Oh, hello, doggo. Hello, doggo. Who's a good doggo? She's a good doggo. Yes, yes, you're a good doggo. Okay. And so it's here, there, here, here, there, here. Scratch, 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 scratch. Happy doggo. Good doggo. Good doggo. Go on. Okay, what else can we add then? There's not more logs, so although we could add, in theory, log delivery to all of these things, or at least lumber delivery to many of these things, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing, it probably is worth doing goods to you and you, but that's about it. Is there more capacity to make goods? So we're already using that wool. There is unused cotton. So come across here. Or across there. Yoink the cotton up to here. Deliver it there. The fact that these want goods... I can probably have one that does goods here, one that does goods here, and then one that alternates between these two. So... That has the least gradient. Gets 3 in 1. Standing water. Okay, so the job was 4 here, there, 4 here, there. Alternate between those two. If I turned you into a big one, would you capture the other one? You know what? Yeah, I'm willing to pay that price. Capture the other one too. That way I can build these straight away. So this here. And then one more, but it's delivering to St. Louis. Done. That means this definitely wants telegraph poles. So do Chicago. So do you. And so does Kansas. Otherwise, this looks like it's all working really well. Okay, where else could we produce goods for here? From iron, there. Oh, cheers, Goka. I hope you're having a lovely time with Empire. I remember playing a lot of Empire and it unfortunately crashing a fair bit, but being lovely. I'm already using most of this iron. I'm also worried about when it changes over to places no longer accept iron goods, or iron this, so I don't think I should turn this into the way it does naval. Yeah! It does quite nice naval battles. Nice sea foam effects on the water. Still like yesterday's skyboats, spinning in circles, but it's a bit better at doing the auto-firing and actually hitting for you. And the boarding, unlike yesterday's skyboats, stops the enemy moving. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Kind of looks like I should add in Memphis. We could do goods from you, some food from you. A bit unfortunate how it fits. Gonna have to build a big station, which I didn't want to do. Or do I build it on this side of the river? and then connect it down to Little Rock. It's a bit much of a size difference. 3.5 versus just 2. But it's better than not running those passengers anywhere. Yeah, I kind of like that. So if I make this big as well, we can get one more cotton. Or could we... That would get 2 more cotton. How are the goods delivering ones? No, you're going to pick that up. So my concern was that this was overflowing, but this is about to go pick that up. So I do want this. So this can stay medium. This becomes like that. We are going to want to double track it. One goes this way. One goes... I mean, technically it should go like that. Bit duplicate, but whatever. You want these things. This one wants everything. Give them their express. One, 2, 3, 4. Start. Good. Go. And then we wanted an extra food get. So you're going to go food here, there. Food here, there. Good. And then goods, which was going to be another big station here, or else maybe 2 little ones. Am I going to be so lazy as just to build one? Yes. It also means I can get away with 1 warehouse. Okay, and then your job is this. Up to Chicago and come back. And then the same thing. But delivering to Little Rock instead of Memphis. But you've got food and goods, you've got food and goods. In theory, we could give you lumber. In theory, we could give the bigger one paper. I don't think you want paper. No. There are some nice unused produces here. And this place especially would love produce. We justify or stretch that to be... Yep. Don't need a turn. Fantastic. This probably needs a water sanding though. And we make you. Produce, produce here, loop. Yep, that should be perfect. Okay, where else? Phoenix is pretty big. But there's not really anywhere nearby to connect it to. This one's usually a good one. Yes. Yes, please. Unfortunately, Cedar City needs a biggin. And there's enough coal here that we're just going to say yes to double tracking it. Could go there. That looks like it'll get everything we want. Good enough. Give you your end-to-end express. Good. And then we want... I need one over here. Now that is unfortunately super short and super wiggly. Like, that's probably gonna actually be maybe even slower than this one, despite the fact that it's a quarter as long, just because of all the wiggles. And that one is like that. Okay, can anyone nearby use that steel? No. The nearest thing that wants steel is Phoenix, which is a bit far away. Kind of looks like we could have a second one of those. Go. Where else is big enough to warrant connecting? You. So like here. Actually, depending on how flat this is, that could be a good connection to Phoenix. Oh, 6664. That's a bit disgusting. And the houses in Phoenix are positioned almost as badly as they could be. no way that could be okay. What about here? And then there. That at least gives them a fair bit of run up before the hill. We could come even further over first. Well, that's just going to keep tempting me to come further and further over this way. That one looks pretty good. And then there to there isn't terrible. But yep. I'm going to say Phoenix. Phoenix, Houston. And then at the same time, we can maybe get Dallas, Fort Worth to El Paso. It's not too mail, so don't try and pick up what isn't there. There's not any mail, so don't try and pick up what isn't there. Have a look if the cheaper fuel man is around. He is not. Fuel is a colossal expense. We would definitely like 40% cheaper fuel man. It was probably worth swapping over to a track building person if there is one. But there isn't one, so sucks to be us. We were going to do here? Where was it? There. There. That gets pretty much everything we could want here. I am mindful of the need for sanding and water. To coming up that hill. I'm going to try and pass through El Paso. And then it was up to here. So. Well, actually, I should probably do... You... How many are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 1, 2, 3, let's say 4. I don't think we can get... Yeah, we can't get all of that in one. We can't combine San Antonio and Austin. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two are the winner. Everything else is secondary. That looks pretty good. Is it worth adding in that little detour to get that one house? 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably. Okay. Hail cow. Hell, can't afford the roundhouse yet. Wait for a little bit more money. Now we can afford the roundhouse. Start setting up local goods. Actually, that's kind of neat. Okay, so it's goods there, there, goods there, there. Take 4, turn them into goods. Go to the other one. Take 4, turn them into goods. Take them to the other one. And the only question is, do I do one of those each? I'm going to assume 1 for the moment. I have to build a little off-the-edge thing to pick up those. I'd rather connect those two. Like that. And then we can run 2 and have... So, like, deliver and there, and then deliver and up here. And then the other one can do... Deliver here, deliver the other city up here. And then we can have 2 of each. So we'll change that for the moment. You are... This here... No, you are this here, there. And you are ding ding up. And as we said, yes, we will go for 2 of them straight away. Need a little bit more money first, before I can double this bit. Lovely. I screwed that up a bit. It's meant to be 2, 2, 2 there. Yeah, then that works much better, and we can duplicate them. Now let's go see who got robbed. Yeah, fairly valuable train, but not the most valuable train. You needed duplicating. And until we can afford to connect the rest of the way, we'll just go Phoenix, El Paso. Go. Later on, as we said, we'll change this to Phoenix, Houston, and Dallas-Fort Worth, El Paso. But until we can afford to connect over to the other side, we might as well be earning some passenger money than none. This place is always going to want produce. So building this little thing is a safe bet. Even if it's a bit hilly. Good. Now, is this cow going to be exploded? Or do we make this where we go upwards? Shh. There is some demand for goods in all of these. Let's mediumify you so that you start aggregating sheep. And then grain to sheep. The goods. To you. The grain. The sheep. The goods. To you. To grain, to sheep, to goods, to you. And then the only one here that isn't getting goods is Midland Odessa. What it does mean, though, is now this needs double tracking. So does that. And this. And we're going to say you as well, even though that's probably slightly untrue. It's still early enough in the sequence that cities themselves want coal. We can go coal, 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 coal. No, it is going to have to be like half and half, because otherwise that's going to overwhelm El Paso's desire for coal. That makes a nice sanding and watering spot. And I guess it's going to have maintenance as well. Okay. We could do another log thing from the look of it, because this just picked up logs and yet it's fairly... like, the place that it collects logs from is empty. Well, sorry, not empty, full. So we can go logs, here... No, wrong one. The middle one. And we were going to have you deliver to St. Louis. Logs, here... The other big one was... I mean, these ones don't demand lumber enough for it to probably be worth. Also, it feels wasteful to go down and then back up. Nah, we'll do that one. So, logs, there, Minneapolis. And if it means that I have to connect here to there... and that's not so bad. These ones are also somewhat full. So you know what we'll do? We'll make one that goes here, there, Memphis. Just 3. And here, there. Here, here, there, here. Only 3 because it's doing the littler places. Well, St. Louis is chunky enough to deserve big. I guess Memphis is big enough to deserve big as well. At least do 4. There. And that should use up these logs a bit better. Now we probably should transfer into a hub system where all the logs get aggregated to one location and then just... But, eh. It actually looks like we could have a second one of these. We'll see how much it decreases this desire for paper when they arrive. Paper is at 5. If it goes down to 4, we'll have a second one, but if it goes down to like 3 or 2, 1 is probably enough. 2, okay, yeah, no, 1 is enough. Instead, we could make one that did paper down to Memphis. There's St. Louis to add, and Memphis. There's St. Louis. And there's Memphis. Lovely. Although that does mean now that this is definitely worth double tracking. So is this. And I guess so is this, because I'm not sure if they're going to try and follow the outside track or the inside track. And we've got 4 million. That is enough to connect over to Dallas-Fort Worth. Do I explode this? Are these sugar or cotton? Cotton, cotton, sugar. So between that I can generate 5 a year. The goods over here are already taken care of, and so will this. Food. 5 a year isn't that much. But once you jump up you as well... No, there's enough cows there that I don't care about this. This can die. For the sake of straight lines. Now, how far into Houston do I need to go? Because if you'll fit here, which it does, then I don't need to go any further. Fantastic. On the other hand... I miss out on 2 houses because of that. But Houston was bigger than the other end, so it doesn't really matter. We can lose 2 houses to gain the meat processing. And that now means that this friend can be Phoenix Houston. And we can make another one. Ideally starting from the Houston end. Then I need to do you across to here. That looks about as good as it's likely to get, assuming the bridges work there. Oh, look at that. I mean, there's a bit of an ugly grade there, but it's purely straight. Oink. That gets everything there. Water sanding maintenance. Give you everything. Okay, and then it's Dallas, Fort Worth to El Paso. Start on the El Paso side for you. There's the Dallas. Go. Okay, and then the food. The food for these, and this side's goods is taken care of. I don't think we bother to cart the goods to the other side of the universe. Like, we could use the cotton to make goods here and deliver those goods to this side, much the same way that we're using the iron to make good here, and we could deliver them to this side, but we'll just keep them self-contained. Each side's goods can deliver to each side's own goods. Both of these can accept cotton. Hell, that cotton is even already captured. I want you to go here, here. Turn those into goods. Bring them back to Dallas. Yes. Then I need a source of cotton or wool for you. How fortunate that these exist. The tiny towns like Waco, if they've got at least 4 houses, it's probably worth connecting them to something else with at least 4 houses. Just from a getting every single passenger dollar you can perspective. Okay, that'll work. So we grab another, and we say, your job is here, here, there, there. No, other way around, sorry. Here, here, there, there. Alright. So, these 2 cotton come here, and then go back. And these 4 wool come here, go there and loop, yes. So as an example of that, we've got this little city of 4, Davenport, connects to this little city of 4, and there's a little express that runs back and forth. It also means that we have 2 extra cities to deliver goods to, 2 extra cities to deliver lumber to, 2 extra cities to deliver food to. Rather than hyper-delivering food to places that are already oversupplied with food. Well, this one actually isn't, but where's someone that would be, like Chicago? No, Chicago's good. Where's somewhere that could be oversupplied? Orleans? Yeah, Orleans currently has 0 food desire. Yeah, if conveniently located. Or we did this Memphis Little Rock. Ding, 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 back and forth. Because Memphis was another outlet for food, goods, etc. in this area. And these were close enough, and this is going to have a high enough demand that 100% of this output is always going to be demanded. And it let us connect up some extra goods production to deliver to these things. We're coming across this river already. If we're paying the big dollars to build the big cement bridge, we might as well do everything in that little zone. What we do still need to do over here, though, is food. So it was these 2 things. That could go there. And then come back. I guess we double track a little bit here. Can that reach without needing a medium station? No. Right round sad. I don't want to add an extra turn, so I will shell out for the medium station, I think. Although, if we added an extra turn, I could get both of these in a single one, which is then worth. Okay. So, how are we going to do that, though? Because it's still... Like, that gives me 2 sources of things to deliver here that become food to bring back. How are we turning food over here? So food, there, deliver. And the same but with sugar. Which does mean this is worth doubling. These cities are definitely going to be large enough to want oil. We could add in... Come on. On the other hand, if we want to deliver here, doing that isn't terrible. But it can go both ways. Rather than oversupplying one. So you now go oil here, then oil there. Do 1 full year's worth of oil. And then do we bring the food down to here to take to you? Probably yes. Or do we bring it across there to here? Ooh. No, we've succeeded. Victory. Did we win every condition? Yes, we won every condition, so I don't have to worry. Western America defeated. Okay, what one next?